Hi everyone, how are you? Hope you're doing really well. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't met, hi, you can call me Chanan, and this is my channel. If you recognize this look and these clothes, it's because probably you saw my Panda palette update. I'm alone at home and that's my favorite time to film. So yeah, today we have, as you can see in the title, my no-buy update for the month of July, and I feel nervous. Last update was a really long video and I prefer to have shorter videos, so I'll try to make this video shorter. And I don't have as many things to share as in last month, even if I can tell you right now that again it wasn't a month of a no buy, it was not even a low buy. Again, is anyone surprised? I don't think so. I'm thinking if I should change the name of this series, because if this is a no buy, I'm failing so badly. Okay, can you hear my cat? I'm pretty sure you can. She's making a mess. In the last month, I made some changes in the way I spent my money and the way I save money. And with those changes, I feel way more comfortable with my spendings and my purchases. So maybe, I don't know, maybe this won't be a no buy anymore. Maybe, I don't know, because I really want to be more conscious with my purchases and in the way I spend my money, but I don't know if a no buy is what I want. So I'm not sure yet. I'm working on it. Sometimes I feel like calling it like Diaries of a Shopaholic in recovery. Maybe it's an exaggeration. Do you have that word, exaggeration? But that's how I feel. So, as I say, I don't want to make this video too long, so we'll start with the whole part of this video. Every second, I'm liking more the name Diaries of a Shopaholic in Recovery, even if it's a long name, because a no-buy video shouldn't have a whole segment. Okay, let's not think about it anymore for a while, and I'll just show you what I got in the last month. Even if there are some products on my bed right now, it's not as much as the month before that in the last update. So I'm happy about that. So let's start first with some foundation. This I mentioned on the last update because I bought them, but I received them later in the same day that I filmed that video. And those are two foundations from the Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Serum Foundation from number 7. I decided to get 2 shades, and I think I will have been able to only get one of them, but if you're familiar with this brand, at least in the foundation, they don't have too many shades. So I got the shade Warm Ivory and the shade Calico. I'm not sure how to pronounce this name because I was afraid that this shade was going to be too dark for me, and for that reason I decided to pick up also this one that I knew it was going to be light for me, but I wanted to use it as a mixer. But at the end, at least I think this shade is pretty good for myself. But these foundations were super cheap on the drugstore. It was like 80% off. So it was super cheap, and for that reason I decided to get both of them. And in last update I mentioned that I wanted to make another order in DBS, the beauty store that we have here in my country, and I wasn't sure. And I ended up buying everything that I said that I wanted in last video, and I think I add a couple of things. So yeah, not proud of that, but it's okay. I'm okay with that. I won't torture myself with that at all. So I got 1 primer, 3 foundations, 3 highlighters, and 4 blushes. Kind of ridiculous, I know, but let's start with the primer. This is the impulse purchase of that purchase. I think you can see it has like little pearls of reflection. It's really pretty, and I wanted something like that because I have seen some YouTubers that use a liquid highlighter underneath their foundation. I feel like that is a little bit too much for me at least, and I don't have a liquid highlighter either. But I saw this and I thought it was perfect because it has a little bit of shimmer but nothing too crazy. This is not a highlighter. The thing is that I thought it was going to be like an hydrating, a dewy, glowy primer, but like yesterday or the day before that, I read that over here it said mattifying. Mattifying. And I'm trying to avoid mattifying products because my skin is already dry, so I don't need to mattify anything. Then I got, as I said, 3 foundations because yeah, one was not enough. I got the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation in the shade Natural, I think, yeah. I haven't opened this one yet because I'm working on a lot of foundations and I don't need to be working on another one. And these two I also haven't opened yet for the same reason, and I got the Pretty Natural in Neutral Champagne. I really want to use this one because I saw, I think it was Jen Phelps, saying that this foundation has a really similar finish that the Hydromaniac foundation from Urban Decay, so I wanted to try that. And I got the Born to Glow the Born to Glow foundation from NYX, again in the shade Natural, and I feel like this shade might be a little too dark for me. Then I got 3 new highlighters, and again the plan was only to get 2, but this one ended up getting stuck to my cart and I end up buying it. Oh, okay, the dog and my neighbors, because if it's not the dog, it's my neighbors, and if it's not my neighbors, are my other neighbors, and if it's not my other neighbors, it's my other neighbor's dog. First, I got this high-class NYX highlighter, and Kelly Gush recommend this highlighter, and it feels like a super chalk shadow. It's like something between a cream and a powder, and it has a really pretty shine, not too crazy. Then I got this one, the More Than Glow highlighter from Catrice. This one I think it's in the shade Platinum Glaze. Yeah, something like that. This one is way more blinding. Yeah, you can see the difference between those two. This is way more metallic. And finally, I got these Moonlight Pearls from e.l.f. because I saw a Chilean YouTuber that used this highlighter to set like the foundation and cream products in the high points of her face. So I wanted to try that, and for that I needed a highlighter that is not too tiny, that doesn't have too many particles of glitter. You can see that you can it's really hard to see, and I like that. Like for an everyday look, I really like that. And finally, in that order, I got 4 blushes. And yeah, I said that I wanted to get 4 blushes, so no surprise there. I won't show swatches, but I got the shade Befitting. This is kind of a mauve tone. Bespoke. This is something like between a bronzer and a blush. I got the shade Beaming. I used this one yesterday and I really like it. And finally I got the shade Believing, and this one I really like that. I really like it. It's not a color I will use every day and I haven't used it yet, but it's so different to everything that I have seen. So those were the products that I bought. Yeah, that's everything that I have actually bought in the last month. And to finish the whole part of this video, finally I received one of my orders from Colourpop. I received the order that I made in April when they have free shipping. So I received 5 items in that order. First, I received a single that I really wanted, but now that I have it, to be honest, I'm like, oh, that's everything. Yeah, this shade is Wishful Winking, and it's a really pretty shade. But now that I have it, I can tell that it's not a color that I don't have on my collection. I also got a super chalk shadow in the shade Sailor. And again, I saw a Spanish, well, I wanted this super chalk shadow for a while now, but then I saw this Spanish YouTuber recommending this shade because it has like a turquoise reflection. I think you can kind of see it. She said that the video doesn't make justice to this color. And now that I have it on person and I can actually see it, I'm not as impressed. I feel like I could have skipped this and I wouldn't be missing too much. And finally, I got three cheek, no, how are you called? Super chalk cheeks. I got the shade Swift that I could use as a bronzer, the shade Drop of a Hat, and the shade Yes She Did. A couple of comments about this. First, these are way bigger than I was expecting. Comparing them to the Super Chalk Shadow, these are huge and pretty bulky. It's going to be kind of hard to store on my collection, especially because I have like three other super chalk cheeks on the other order that I made, and they're not going to fit. So yeah, first, as I said, I got the shade Swift. This is a shade that I want to use as a bronzer, but it's kind of orangey. I think I can make it work. Yeah, like that is pretty soft, but it's pretty orangey. Maybe I can even use it like something between a blush and a bronzer. Then I got the shade Drop of a Hat, and I think from the ones that I got now, this one is my favorite. Lately, I realized that I really like orangey cheek products like blushes. It has a little bit of shimmer and it's really pretty. I haven't used it yet, but I really want to use it. And finally, I got the shade Yes She Did. I don't know how I feel about this because in the pictures look way lighter than it actually is. Because this look really dark. I'm not sure if the camera is making justice. It look way lighter on camera too. Let me show you a swatch over here. Yeah, maybe I can make it work. Now, the next segment of this video are the things that I bought in the last month that I haven't received yet, and since both things are from Colourpop, they're not going to arrive until at least 2 months, so yeah. So Colourpop went with a free shipping for the whole month. At the beginning, you needed a code to get the free shipping, and I didn't want to do that because I wasn't going to be able to use a code to get 10% off. But then like in the middle of June, start doing the free shipping without code, so I decided to get two highlighters, two super chalk highlighters that I wanted, and I got the shade Lunch Money and Flexitarian. Flexitarian was the original shade that I wanted, but then I saw Ali Guys, I think it was, recommending the shade Lunch Money, and since it was available and they had free shipping, I decided to get it. So this was the first order that I made. No, it wasn't the first one because the DBS one was also after the update. Well, the first order from Colourpop that I haven't received yet. And I thought that was going to be, oh no, I forgot something. And those products are not even here. But continuing with the things that I bought that I haven't received, I thought that the highlighters were the last thing that I was going to buy, but I think it was at the beginning of June or at the end of May. Colourpop released the High Tide palette. That it's a teal palette, and I really liked it. Even if I don't use blues and greens as much, I feel like teal is a beautiful color, and I don't have a lot of that on my collection. And I was tempted, but I wasn't sure because at the beginning it was a Ulta exclusive product. When I ordered the highlighters, the palette wasn't available yet on the website. So I thought that maybe I'll end up getting it when they have free shipping again. And I thought that was going to happen. But in the last day of the free shipping, they released the palette on the website. So I got it. Is anyone surprised? No. I said that I didn't want to make a long video, and it's going to end up being a long video. But I don't know, I've been thinking, because I actually said this on my Shop My Stash, but I used to be the person that said I have a lot of palettes, because for a long time now I have over 20 palettes, now I have over 40. I used to say that I have a lot of palettes, a lot of lipsticks, but I don't have as much in other like categories of makeup. Like I don't have a lot of foundations, I don't have a lot of highlighter or bronzers or whatever. I cannot say that anymore because now I have a lot of everything. Yeah, that's a change. So yeah, to finish this video, I was forgetting to mention the thing that I did that makes me feel more comfortable with the purchases that I'm making. And the thing is that I decided that all the money that I received, I'll save the 75% of the money. So I can only spend 25% of what I got. Out of that 25%, I can buy makeup, of course. But also in that money is the money that I will spend buying clothes, eating out, on my dates with my boyfriend. So that way I feel more comfortable with the money I'm spending because I know I'm saving most of the money that I'm receiving, because I've been working since February, so I've been receiving a wage from that time, and there was a point that I was saying, where did the money go? Like, I've been receiving money, more money that I have ever received, even if it's just a student work. And I was asking myself, where did that money went? Okay, I saved some money, like a good amount of money, but where is the rest? At least for me, I used to be really like organized with my money, but lately, if I'm not looking into my money, like being careful with it just go away. Yeah, I feel like most of this video, again, is going to be long, I'm sorry. It ended up being a haul, but I feel more comfortable with that now that I'm changing the name. I'm not sure yet which name it's going to be, but it's not a no buy anymore. Yeah, I think that's everything for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please consider subscribing. I would love that. And I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye!